Hola, ¿qué tal? In this video we're going to have a look at an example photo task, which is the first question on the GCSE Foundation Writing exam. So let's look at the questions. Mandas esta foto por WhatsApp a una amiga española. You send this photo by WhatsApp to a Spanish friend. Escribe 4 frases en español que describan la foto. Write 4 phrases or sentences in Spanish which describe the photo. So let's look at some example responses, some example sentences that we could use to describe the photo, and I'll read them in Spanish so that you can, if you're working independently, you can practice repeating what I say to practice your pronunciation, and then rewind it and practice saying the English meaning as well as just listening in the gap. Okay. En la foto hay un autobús con un grupo de turistas. In the photo, there's a bus with a group of tourists. Hay edificios grandes. There are big buildings. Hay árboles. There are trees. La gente está en la ciudad. The people are in the city. Or alternatively, we could say, la gente está en el centro de la ciudad. The people are in the center of the city, in the city center. Or, la gente está sacando fotos. The people are taking photos. Or, la gente está de excursión. People are on a trip. So far we've looked at describing what there is, using phrases like I, followed by whatever you can see, followed by the people you can see. And we've also described a little bit of action in terms of la gente está sacando fotos, people are taking photos. You could have all sorts of other things like la gente está hablando, people are talking. La gente está mirando fotos, people are looking at photos. Whatever you can think of that you could say to describe it. We've mentioned the location, la gente está en la ciudad, and I'm going to go on to look at describing phrases to do with when it is, the weather, and we can even talk about the sort of general mood, how people are feeling. Let's practice these last 2 lines. Hace buen tiempo. It's good weather. Es verano. It's summer. Una persona está de pie. One person is on foot, or meaning they're stood up. Una persona saca fotos. One person is taking photos. So these could be adapted. We've got, you may remember the, what's the word for it? Acronym, or remember the word, but palm, basically, P-A-L-M, P for people, or referring to what you can see, and also places that you can describe. So you can describe using words like I, as we've mentioned. You've got the action, describing what people are doing, like saca fotos or habla. You've got the location, where we're talking about where they are. Está, la gente está en la ciudad, for example. And the M for sort of mood you can use, where we can describe things such as the weather. We've got hace buen tiempo, nice weather. You could have hace sol, it's sunny. Hace calor, it's hot. And you can also say, for example, están sonriendo, they are smiling. Or parecen felices, they seem happy. You could even describe things such as what they're wearing, like una mujer lleva gafas. One woman is wearing glasses. Or you might say, hay un hombre que lleva una camiseta azul. There's a man that is wearing a blue t-shirt. So whatever you can think of. If unsure, keep it simple, using I, there is, and whatever things that you can name, like hay mujeres, there are women, hay hombres, there are men, hay una chica, there's a girl. So keep it simple if you're really unsure, but if you can get a bit of variety in and you know that you can do it accurately, then do that. Well, try to sort of stretch yourself a little bit by focusing on looking at the photo without so much looking at the example sentences, and see what you can actually come up with from memory. Okay, give that a try.